Hello and happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me here for this Divine Energy Flow session. I hope you're having a great week. My name is Carla. If you have not been here before, and welcome. Um, we'll start with just a couple of housekeeping things that I do every week. We do have this going on a couple of different platforms, Facebook and YouTube. So we have the two Facebook communities, Call to Awakening, and then we have the Call to Awaken, the Divine Energy Flow uh, community as well, which is part of the Call to Awakening. We also have my YouTube channel, which is just Carla Romero Crochet, my name, and the Call to Awakening YouTube channel as well. Please help us in getting our message across. If this message does resonate with you, or any of the messages that we have on in our communities. So tonight's message, tonight's message basically is super important. I think I probably say this every week about every message that I say. I mean, it's all about perception, right? It's all about perception. The way we view things, the way that we perceive the world, whether we think that we live in a happy universe or a sad one, or a good or a bad, or whatever is the world that we're gonna build, right? Or the world that we're gonna live in. And I'm going to get into all that, but I do want to do just a very, very short meditation, just for in case that you may have had a stressful day or week or moment. So let's go ahead and just get present. So we're going to just take a deep breath. And just let it out. Take another one. Let it out all the way. Let's take one more. And let it out. Give thanks for your breath. Give thanks for your breath. Some people can't breathe right now. So just give thanks for your breath. Give thanks for your healthy lungs and your healthy organs. And, that's just part of meditation for me is really like the first part is thank you for this breath. Thank you for this life. The breath is the life. And then thank you for everything else. Gratitude should be really, I shouldn't say should, but it could be a very important part of your daily, of your daily thinking. A very big part of gratitude will raise your consciousness. It will raise your perception, right? So just breathe. Become here now into the present moment. You can think about it as like past and future, and then it just kind of all comes together into this now moment, and just kind of be here now. Doesn't mean that you can't think about things. Thought is uncontrollable. It just comes. So that's okay. If you're thinking, that's okay. Just don't be the thinker. Just watch the thinking happen. Okay? Right? Let's just kind of just sit in gratitude, open our hearts, sit in compassion for everything that's happening in the world. It's a lot. It's okay. All right. Good, good, good. Hopefully that just kind of calmed your nerves a little bit if you did have some issues today. So let's talk about perception. There's so much, there's just so much to this. And I know I've talked about it before, but it's really something that could be talked about every day because maybe somebody didn't hear it before. That's just how important this topic is. It's that important. Like if just one person didn't hear it, then they need to hear it. So the bottom line is everyone has different belief systems. So which make up your perceptions, right? Your belief systems make up your thoughts. That's where the thoughts come from. That subconscious systems and programs that we have going on that sometimes we don't even know about. And that's basically kind of like where our perception comes from. So I see and deal with and have a lot of friends from a lot of different places and backgrounds, and some are, woke and some are not woke or whatever, just some all kinds of different people, that I deal with every day and that I'm friends with. I'm friends with a lot of people that are just completely and when I say I'm friends with, I don't really hang out with a whole lot of people, but I'm talking about like on Facebook, like I encounter people and I interact with people on a daily basis from all levels of consciousness, right? And it's really a trip because some of them live lives that are like, they literally just travel. And like every day is just like pictures of the grass and the trees and the sky and the sun and the rays coming off the sun, and and then there's some people that that every day is like not really a bitch fest, because I probably would delete them just because it's just not what I want to see, right? But more of some people are more on the other side of the spectrum where it's like, grinding and things are like super hard, and life is just hard and it doesn't make sense and all that, and you can see the difference in realities and worlds that they live in if you look looking at it from the outside in. The ones that are out in nature traveling, I have no idea how they I just don't even understand really how that works and how do you make money and do all that. But guess what? Their frequency, it allows for that lifestyle. That the frequency they hold, their perception of the world is that they can do this, which means they can do this, right? These people are living in a higher state of consciousness. They're in a different dimension completely altogether than other people, than me, than other people that are in a different place in their lives because of the way that they perceive the world or themselves, right? It's very, very interesting to watch. I mean, it's like night and day. Let's see, I wrote a few little things down. Yeah, if you want to change what you see, if you want to change how you feel and what you see in your world, then you have to change the way that you view some things. First thing is, right when you wake up in the morning is like the prime time to either meditate, do some affirmations. It's the prime time to put either nothing or positivity into your mind. Upliftment, encouragement. What's the word I'm looking for? I forgot. But for some reason, not for some reason, this is just what humans do. Humans wake up and immediately, unless you're in a higher state of consciousness, immediately you're going to think of the day and you're going to think of all the things that can go wrong with this day. Everyone does it. So what about, and I'm not saying because like I said, you really have no control over your thoughts. The only control that you have is to be aware of them and then change them, stop them in their tracks. Like, whoa, this is not right. Like, let's go somewhere else with this. Let's explore something different. So I forgot what my point was, but the bottom line is, be aware when this starts to happen, when you start getting these thoughts of how the day is going to go, how the traffic's going to be shitty, I'm going to go to Starbucks, it's going to be a long line, all that nonsense. Stop it in its tracks and just say, what if traffic was perfect? Now, I'm not saying that every single thing that you say is going to come true, but I promise you, you will handle whatever comes in a completely different way, a completely different light, right? You'll handle it lighter. And the things that whatever your energy is holding is what is going to attract to you, right? So whatever your energy is how your world is gonna form around you. Okay? So as soon as you start hearing those thoughts of the day is going to be this or that, and it's not the most brilliant, exciting, fun event, if it's not something that you're looking forward to, then you need to do a little bit of work. And the little bit of work is, how could this go? How could this ride go? Maybe I can, leave at the perfect time, and I'll just get to the Starbucks at the perfect time. Or if I don't, maybe I can buy the people in back of me a drink. Maybe I can just be really nice because everybody will be in a shitty mood, and I'll be the one to wave to people in traffic when normally I would be getting aggravated, right? What if everything that I did today just turned into magic? What if every tree and every piece of beauty, let's find the beauty in all of the things that I see today. I'm going to find the beauty in all of it, and I'm going to start right now. And you kind of go, and then you'll get off track here and there, and then you can come back to it because you'll train yourself to be aware of your thoughts, like you did the morning, right? So that is a huge, and you can do that throughout the day because you're going to lose it, and the thoughts ain't going to go nowhere. And it takes a minute, it takes a minute. It takes some years to rearrange your thoughts. You have to sort of mind F your mind. You have to start thinking differently so your mind's like, whoa, or your ego's like, whoa, what's going on here? You have to go through that what's going on here in the mind to be able to change it, for the mind to believe what you're saying, like the affirmations and the getting ready to leave and doing all the positive statements and all of that stuff. So that's the way that you first you got to change the perception about life. Oh, what if, so yeah, what if everything I did today turned into magic? Man, just think about that. Think of all the different ways that your day can turn into magic. Yeah, thank you. All right, so let's see. What am I don't want to miss anything. So yeah, train yourself. So another perception that we have to kind of change is setbacks. The world is going a little bananas right now, in case you ain't noticed. And there's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of setbacks. There's a lot of failures, even just in our personal lives. Let's just look at us personally, right? Setbacks, failures. I do this because that's bullshit. There is no failure. There are things that pop up. There are things that happen that are allowed, that we, as on a soul level, allow to happen to our little selves here in this body, so that we can learn lessons, so that we can pull it up, so that we can feel it and let it go. See, the more, and this is, here goes about the emotions again, the more you don't feel your emotions is, you're going to have to keep going through this. You're going to have to keep going through different scenarios with those same emotions until you allow it to be there and love it and allow it to go. So perception about setbacks and failures and all that stuff, all of that is just things that come into your life that you okayed on a soul level, that are there to wake you up, to let a kind of a fire under your ass a bit, to allow yourself to feel. We are being asked to feel everything right now, even for the rest of the world. That's a whole, maybe that could be a next week journey. Yeah. Okay, so also, like, I've been ill. I was ill like twice in like a 2-month period. And I could have sat there and I know exactly what it was. Illnesses are upgrades. Anything in your body, illnesses are upgrades. Illnesses are not, it's you have to allow an illness to be in your body because it feels like an illness, but it's really not in the grand scheme of things. It's really upgrades. It's really evolution. It's really cycles. And that's a lot of what we're going through here as as a human collective, as the whole planet. And your perception of the world. So if all of these things that are happening right now, we can look at all of this and get angry and get full of fear, full of doubt that it'll ever go away, which is, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening in the next few years. It's almost like, just get ready for it. Like, just get ready emotionally, spiritually, emotionally. Get ready for it. Learn how to feel everything so that when things come up, you can feel it and you can let it go, and it won't have it won't have to resurface a million times like a lot of things do whenever we refuse to feel something. It just gives it another way to resurface again some other time in your life. Yeah, like the weather. We just had a major hurricane. There are still rescue missions getting these people out of their houses. So there are planetary disasters, hurricanes, fire. All these things are happening and will continue to happen. Earthquakes and all this other stuff. You can look at it as destruction. And really, it is destruction in a way. But it is also evolution. It's also the Earth's cycles. Like, this is a time of cleansing. This is a time of evolving for her. And we're just a dot on here. You know what I'm saying? We're really just a speck, on her. Her being the planet, of course. She is shifting. She is changing. We are all going through this all together, this huge evolution, this huge awakening. But you have to wake up. You have to wake up and realize what's happening. So the other big perception is to look at things from a higher perspective. Look at things from that higher consciousness. So what I mean by like consciousness, dimensions, perspectives, I don't even know what I'm talking about. All of that is sort of like the same. You can sort of like go back and it's kind of the same thing, right? When you raise your consciousness, that's just you letting go of things that no longer serve you, letting go of the traumas and stuff that don't serve you. Every time you let go of these things, you get lighter. You raise your vibration. You raise your consciousness. You raise your density. You go into a different dimension. The higher you go, you will start seeing the world in a completely different way, and and this way is looking at it from the top, looking at it from above, looking at the balance, looking at the craziness, and holding space for the craziness, and holding space for the craziness, and looking at the light, and looking at the love, and looking at all the beautiful people waking up because of all these other things that were so bad. The bottom line is we got to wake up, or these next few years are going to be a freaking nightmare. They're going to be a freaking nightmare. There's so many things, that have been predicted, and this and that, and I believe them all because everything comes, all the predictions are in alignment with what we're doing right now with the collective consciousness, right? Okay. Yeah. So I hope you got a little something from that, and hopefully, it's huge. It's huge. Just wake up. Just wake up a little bit at a time. Just raise your frequency a little bit at a time. Look at the beauty in the world. If you do that one thing in the morning that I said, how can everything go well? What are all the things that can go right today instead of wrong? That'll raise your consciousness, just that alone. That'll lead to so many other things, synchronicities. Then you'll start seeing the magic. You'll start seeing it, because that's what this is. All right. Well, so we are going to do a bit of a cleansing. If you have not been here on a Thursday, if this is your first time to Divine Energy Flow on our Thursday nights, basically what will happen, I'll do a bit of a cleansing, just using a Palo Santo stick. I would love to break it in half if I can. Oh well. And then we will start. I will just do a full body, higher frequency session. Okay, so just a basic raise your frequency session. And then whatever else kind of comes into my awareness that I can sense, then I can work on that as well. So just in case you're wondering, what is Divine Energy Flow? This is something that this is a modality that I came up with from learning other modalities like Reiki and like quantum touch. Okay, so the only thing that I made up about it is the intuitive mudras and things like that I use. So don't worry about it. Just kind of sit back and receive the energy. It's beautiful. It's straight, just love. And we can maybe say a bit of a little prayer now. And I'll just invite all of our guardian angels, spirit guides, any ascended masters, or anyone that you work with personally that is available to come into your space now. And I just ask that you receive the energy and the healing that is perfect for you and your evolution now. And leave the rest. Thank you. And just kind of picture all of us in a circle, touching hands. Breathe, become really present. Picture a circle, picture your guides and everybody else's. Just lay back, relax. I will start. If there's anything in your body, anywhere in your body that needs to be stretched or, go ahead and do that. Get comfortable. You can sit up straight, you can lay back, you can open or close your eyes, it doesn't really matter. It works, I believe, best when you close your eyes and you don't pay attention to what I'm doing. Works best that way because you can get kind of caught up in what everything looks like. All right, just keep breathing. Just be open to receive. Don't wonder how this is going to work or if it's going to work or why this or how that. Just receive. Energy knows no space and time, so just receive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want you to just sit here, sit or lay, however you are. Stay just like you are. Continue to breathe. Nice, deep, conscious breaths. I want you to just feel in your body any hurt, any emotion that, let's go with the ones that don't feel good first. So, what is in your body that does not feel good, emotions wise? I want you to just sit here and feel whatever it is that you're feeling. Whatever is trying to come up, whatever is healing right now, as you sit with it, it heals. Just be with it, cradle the emotion. The emotion is an entity. The emotion is a being, just like a child, just like your inner child. It needs love and it needs attention. Give it that love and attention. Just for a minute. Just kind of lean into it. Lean into the pain if it's painful. Just lean into it. It's just energy. Energy can be transmuted. It is being transmuted. Just take a big deep breath and sigh. Just let it out. Another deep breath. Let it out. You are healing so many things right now. Not only your body and your mind, but ancestors, future lives, future children, generations to come, generations to pass. It's all right now. You're healing all of it. All of it. Be compassionate. Be compassionate with those feelings, with all of it. Now, if there's any physical pain in your body, feel that. just feel the sensation. It could be good or bad. It could be pain, or it could be happy, good too. Whatever it is, just feel all of it. When you have pain in your body, when you have stuck energy, you can sort of, like, I'm just gonna say, I have stuck energy um, in my neck and in like my traps a lot. And so in the mornings, I just do this. I just beat on myself, and it loosens it up. It allows it to go. It allows it to go out. I'm in like a zone. So we have a beautiful question from Facebook from Sasha. Why do I feel my sixth and seventh chakras during this? That's beautiful. Um, because this is an energy transmission, and that's where the transmission landed for you, mostly. I did do a lot of third eye, so a lot of sixth chakra. Um, that's just completely normal. It just depends on how sensitive you are to energy. You and what this was a transmission of high frequency energy. So you got it where you needed it, as well as where I consciously sent it. um, and so that's beautiful. That's okay. That's great. It's great when you feel it. It's great. It's fine when you don't too. Some people do and some people don't. But that just means that you have a touch more. You're able to feel energies more. That's beautiful, Sasha. Thank you for the question. All right. Well, if there are no further questions, I will let you guys go. It's been almost an hour. Um, please, when you watch this, doesn't matter when you watch it, you'll still receive the energy. Please leave little questions, or just leave comments like how you felt, or what would you like for me to talk about. I get stuck on like what to talk about, because I feel like the important things, like, I've talked about 1,000 times, but I'm just going to keep talking about them. Unless there's something specific that you guys want to know about. I mean, the important stuff is everything's important. It's all about your perception, right? So, and it's all about where you are on your spiritual journey. Leave comments like, where are you on your spiritual journey? That's really like the kind of stuff I want to know. Like, where are you? Do you need help? What do you need help with? Let me do some videos on what we need help with. All right. So I thank you all for being here. Thank you, Sasha, for the beautiful question. And I will see y'all next week. Love, much peace, much safety, much wellness to you and to all of your families. And namaste. Thank you.